Canada walks away from the F-35, a $19 billion decision, written by Fareed Zakaria, author of The Post-American World. In a groundbreaking move that sent shockwaves through the defense industry, Canada has boldly announced its withdrawal from the F-35 fighter jet program. This monumental decision, years in the making, signals a dramatic shift in the long-standing defense relationship between Canada and the United States. The Trudeau government cited skyrocketing costs, a lack of transparency, and the program's troubled history as pivotal factors in their decision. This move leaves a staggering $19 billion question mark hanging over Canada's future fighter jet program. This decision transcends the realm of fighter jets. It carries profound financial and political implications. The F-35 program, already mired in delays and cost overruns, has faced scathing criticism from allies and experts alike. For Canada, this decision marks a bold departure from its traditional reliance on U.S. military hardware. It also underscores a growing trend of nations seeking greater independence in their defense procurement. The ramifications of this decision extend far beyond the military sector. It could redefine Canada's broader defense strategy and its role on the global stage. Public opinion is sharply divided, with some lauding the move for financial prudence, while others express concern over potential gaps in national security. As Canada ventures into new defense options, the focus will likely pivot towards innovation and self-reliance, potentially leading to groundbreaking advancements in military technology. The future of Canada's military stands at a critical juncture, and this $19 billion decision will indelibly shape its trajectory for years to come. Cracks in the alliance defense deal turns political. The cancellation of the F-35 deal has brought to light underlying tensions in the U.S.-Canada relationship. The Trump administration's America First policies and protectionist trade measures have strained ties with traditional allies, including Canada. The F-35 decision can be seen as a symptom of this broader trend, with Canada increasingly asserting its autonomy on the world stage. The move has also sparked debate within Canada about the country's role in global affairs. Some argue that the F-35 withdrawal signals a retreat from Canada's international commitments. Others see it as a necessary step towards a more independent and self-reliant defense posture. This debate is likely to continue as Canada explores alternative fighter jet options. The F-35, a troubled legacy and Canada's concerns. The F-35 program, touted as the future of air combat, has been marred by controversy from its inception. Technical glitches, production delays, and ballooning costs have plagued the program, leading to criticism from lawmakers and defense analysts on both sides of the border. These issues, coupled with concerns about the F-35's suitability for Canada's specific defense needs, ultimately led to the decision to pull out. Canada's decision to withdraw from the F-35 program is a significant setback for Lockheed Martin, the program's prime contractor. It also raises questions about the long-term viability of the F-35 program itself, as other international partners may be prompted to reevaluate their own commitments. Across the Atlantic, Europe offers an alternative, the Saab Gripen. With the F-35 out of the picture, Canada is actively exploring alternative fighter jet options. Among the contenders is the Saab Gripen, a Swedish-made aircraft known for its versatility, affordability, and advanced capabilities. The Gripen has garnered interest from several countries looking for a cost-effective and technologically advanced fighter jet. The Saab Gripen offers several advantages for Canada. Its lower operating costs and proven track record of reliability make it an attractive option for a country with a vast territory to defend. Moreover, Sweden's reputation as a reliable partner with a strong commitment to international cooperation aligns with Canada's own foreign policy priorities. The decision to look beyond the F-35 has significant implications for Canadian industry, particularly for Bombardier, a major player in the aerospace sector. Bombardier had been hoping to secure lucrative contracts related to the F-35 program, but the recent turn of events has cast doubt on those prospects. The company is now facing an uncertain future, with potential job losses and a decline in investment. The Canadian government has pledged to support domestic industry in the wake of the F-35 decision, but the details of that support remain unclear. Some experts argue that the government should prioritize investments in research and development to help Canadian companies compete in the global aerospace market. Others suggest that the focus should be on attracting foreign investment and partnerships to bolster the industry. The F-35 decision has ignited a political firestorm in Ottawa, with opposition parties criticizing the government's handling of the issue. The Conservatives have accused the Trudeau government of jeopardizing Canada's national security and undermining its relationship with the United States. The New Democrats, while supporting the decision to scrap the F-35, have called for greater transparency in the procurement process. The F-35 debate highlights the complexities of defense procurement in a rapidly changing geopolitical landscape. Balancing budgetary constraints, technological advancements, and strategic considerations is a delicate act for any government. The Canadian government's decision to walk away from the F-35 program underscores the challenges of navigating these competing priorities. The F-35 saga is about more than just fighter jets. It represents a significant chapter in the evolving story of U.S.-Canada relations. This issue reflects a broader shift in the dynamics of the U.S.-Canada relationship, highlighting both the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead. The Trump administration's America First policies have tested the long-standing alliance between the two countries, leading to trade disputes, diplomatic tensions, and a reassessment of shared priorities. These policies have forced both nations to reconsider their positions and strategies. The F-35 decision, while primarily driven by defense considerations, also serves as a barometer for the health of the bilateral relationship. It is a symptom of this evolving relationship. Despite the current challenges, there is a strong foundation that continues to support cooperation. The U.S.-Canada relationship remains deeply intertwined, with both nations benefiting from mutual support and collaboration. The two countries share a long history of cooperation on a wide range of issues, from trade and investment to security and environmental protection. This history is a testament to their enduring partnership. However, the F-35 episode suggests that the relationship is entering a new phase, one that requires both nations to navigate new complexities. This new phase is marked by greater independence on the part of Canada, as it seeks to assert its own priorities and strategies. Both sides must adapt to changing realities, finding new ways to collaborate and address common challenges in an increasingly complex world. Canada's decision to withdraw from the F-35 program is part of a broader trend of countries seeking greater autonomy in their defense policies. In an increasingly uncertain and multipolar world, traditional alliances are being tested, and countries are re-evaluating their strategic priorities. Canada, with its vast territory, maritime borders, and Arctic interests, is no exception. The Canadian government has signaled its intention to develop a more independent and self-reliant defense posture, one that is tailored to Canada's unique security needs and priorities. This will involve investments in key capabilities, such as cybersecurity, Arctic surveillance, and disaster response, as well as a diversification of defense partnerships beyond the traditional reliance on the United States. The F-35 saga is a microcosm of the larger geopolitical shifts underway in the 21st century. This advanced fighter jet program symbolizes the complexities and challenges that nations face as they navigate a rapidly changing global landscape. The unipolar moment, dominated by the United States, is giving way to a more multipolar world, characterized by the rise of new powers, shifting alliances, and a diffusion of power. Countries like China, India, and Russia are asserting their influence, creating a dynamic and often unpredictable international environment. In this evolving landscape, middle powers like Canada are seeking to carve out their own niche, balancing their interests and values with the realities of a changing global order. Canada is increasingly aware that it must adapt to these shifts to maintain its sovereignty and influence on the world stage. Canada's decision to chart a more independent course in its defense policy is a reflection of this new reality. This move is not just about military hardware, but also about strategic autonomy and the ability to respond to global threats independently. It is a recognition that in a world of increasing complexity and uncertainty, traditional alliances are not enough. Canada understands that it must be versatile and proactive, ready to engage with a variety of international partners, while also being prepared to stand alone when necessary. Canada, like other countries, must be prepared to act independently and decisively to protect its interests and values. This means investing in its own defense capabilities and developing strategies that reflect its unique position in the global order. The F-35 decision is a sign that Canada is ready to do just that. It represents a commitment to maintaining a robust and flexible defense posture, capable of addressing both current and future challenges. Beyond the geopolitical and strategic dimensions, the F-35 decision carries significant economic implications for Canada. The acquisition of these advanced fighter jets is not merely a defense expenditure, but a substantial investment in the nation's economy. This deal translates into high-value contracts for Canadian companies, spurring innovation and technological advancements within the aerospace sector. Pause ones. The economic ripple effect of this defense deal is multifaceted. On one hand, it promises to create thousands of high-tech jobs, ranging from manufacturing and engineering to maintenance and support services. These employment opportunities will not only boost local economies, but also enhance skill development and workforce competencies, positioning Canada as a leader in aerospace technology. Pause ones. Moreover, the F-35 program is set to foster strong industrial partnerships and collaborations, both domestically and internationally. Canadian companies involved in the production and maintenance of the F-35 will gain access to global supply chains, expanding their market reach and competitiveness. This integration into the international defense ecosystem can lead to increased exports and foreign investment, further strengthening Canada's economic standing. Pause ones. However, this significant financial commitment also raises questions about budget priorities and fiscal responsibility. The substantial cost of the F-35 program necessitates careful consideration of its long-term economic impact. Critics argue that the funds allocated for these fighter jets could be directed towards other urgent national needs, such as healthcare, education, and infrastructure. Balancing defense spending with other essential public services remains a contentious issue in the ongoing debate. Pause ones. Ultimately, the economic implications of the F-35 deal underscore the intricate link between national security and economic prosperity. As Canada navigates the complexities of this defense acquisition, it must strategically harness the economic benefits while addressing the challenges to ensure a balanced and sustainable future. The F-35 decision is a powerful reminder that defense investments are not just about securing the nation's borders, but also about bolstering its economic resilience and growth. Pause twos. As Canada moves forward, it is evident that the F-35 deal will shape not only its defense capabilities, but also its economic landscape for years to come. This decision exemplifies the interconnectedness of national security and economic vitality in the modern world. The decision to acquire the F-35 fighter jets carries profound geopolitical ramifications, particularly concerning Canada's relationship with NATO. This move signals a significant alignment with NATO's defense priorities and showcases Canada's commitment to fulfilling its alliance obligations. Pause ones. By opting for the F-35, Canada reinforces its status as a reliable and capable NATO member, enhancing its ability to participate in joint operations and contribute to collective defense initiatives. The advanced capabilities of the F-35, including its stealth technology and interoperability with allied forces, are critical assets in maintaining NATO's strategic edge. Pause ones. This decision also strengthens Canada's ties with the United States, the leading force behind the F-35 program and a key NATO ally. The acquisition underscores the deepening defense cooperation between the two nations, ensuring that Canada remains a pivotal partner in North American and transatlantic security frameworks. Pause ones. However, the F-35 decision is not without its geopolitical complexities. Some NATO members have faced challenges and controversies surrounding the program, including cost overruns and operational delays. Canada's commitment to the F-35 may draw scrutiny and pressure from other allies to address these issues collectively, fostering a more collaborative approach to overcoming shared challenges. Pause ones. Additionally, the F-35 acquisition could influence Canada's stance on various global security matters, aligning its defense policies more closely with NATO's strategic objectives. This alignment may necessitate a re-evaluation of Canada's defense priorities and resource allocation, ensuring that it can effectively contribute to NATO's evolving missions and deterrence strategies. Pause once. On the diplomatic front, Canada's decision may also affect its relationships with non-NATO countries, particularly those who view the F-35 program with skepticism or opposition. Navigating these diplomatic waters will require astute foreign policy maneuvers to balance defense commitments with broader international relations. Pause once. Ultimately, the geopolitical ramifications of the F-35 decision highlight the intricate web of alliances and strategic interests that shape global security dynamics. Canada's choice to invest in the F-35 is a testament to its dedication to NATO and its role in promoting international stability. As the world grapples with emerging threats and shifting power structures, Canada's alignment with NATO through the F-35 program positions it as a proactive and influential player on the global stage. Pause twos. In conclusion, the F-35 acquisition is more than a defense procurement. It is a strategic decision that will shape Canada's geopolitical landscape and its role within NATO for years to come. The implications of this choice extend beyond national borders, reinforcing the interconnectedness of defense, diplomacy, and global security in the 21st century. The decision to acquire the F-35 fighter jets has sparked diverse reactions among the Canadian public, reflecting a spectrum of opinions and concerns. Pause ones. On one hand, many Canadians view the acquisition as a necessary step to modernize the country's defense capabilities and ensure it remains a robust NATO member. They argue that the F-35's advanced technology and interoperability with allied forces make it the best choice for safeguarding national security in an increasingly volatile world. Pause ones. Supporters also highlight the potential economic benefits, including job creation and technological advancements, which could stem from Canada's involvement in the F-35 program. Pause ones. However, the decision has also faced significant opposition. Critics point to the high costs associated with the F-35, arguing that the billions of dollars could be better spent on other pressing issues, such as healthcare, education, and infrastructure. Pause ones. There are also concerns about the program's history of cost overruns and technical challenges, raising doubts about whether the F-35 will deliver on its promises. Pause ones. Additionally, some Canadians question the need for such a sophisticated and expensive fighter jet, suggesting that the country's defense needs could be met with more cost-effective alternatives. Pause ones. This brings us to the European alternative, the Saab Gripen. The Gripen has been touted as a viable option, offering a more affordable and flexible solution for Canada's defense requirements. Pause ones. Proponents of the Gripen argue that it provides a balance of advanced capabilities and cost efficiency, making it a practical choice for the Canadian Armed Forces. They also emphasize the potential for greater industrial collaboration and technological exchange with European partners, which could benefit Canada's aerospace sector. Pause ones. Public opinion on the Gripen is mixed, with some Canadians viewing it as a sensible alternative that addresses both defense needs and budgetary constraints. Others, however, remain skeptical, questioning whether the Gripen can match the F-35's capabilities and whether it aligns with Canada's long-term strategic goals. Pause ones. The debate over the F-35 versus the Gripen reflects broader questions about Canada's defense strategy, fiscal priorities, and international alliances. It underscores the need for a transparent and inclusive decision-making process, one that takes into account the diverse perspectives and concerns of the Canadian public. Pause ones. As Canada navigates this complex landscape, it must balance the imperatives of national security, economic viability, and public trust. The outcome of this debate will shape not only the future of Canada's defense capabilities, but also its identity and values as a nation. Pause twos. In conclusion, the public opinion surrounding the defense deal and the European alternative highlights the multifaceted nature of this critical decision. It serves as a reminder that defense procurement is not just a matter of military strategy, but also a reflection of national priorities and the democratic process. Pause twos. The voices of Canadians will play a crucial role in shaping the path forward, ensuring that the chosen course aligns with the country's collective vision for its future. Looking ahead, Canada's defense strategy and international relations could unfold through several potential scenarios, each carrying its own set of implications and challenges. Pause ones. One possible future is a full commitment to the F-35 program, reinforcing Canada's ties with the United States and NATO allies. Pause ones. This path would likely enhance interoperability and collective defense capabilities, positioning Canada as a key player in transatlantic security. Pause ones. However, it would also require navigating the financial and technical hurdles associated with the F-35, ensuring that the investment delivers its promised returns. Alternatively, Canada might opt for a diversified approach, incorporating both the F-35 and the Saab Gripen into its fleet. Pause ones. This scenario could offer a balance of advanced technology and cost-effectiveness, while fostering stronger defense relations with European partners. Such a strategy would also mitigate risks by not relying solely on a single platform, enhancing operational flexibility. Pause ones. However, it could complicate logistics and training, requiring careful management to avoid inefficiencies. Another scenario involves a strategic pivot towards greater self-reliance and regional partnerships. Pause ones. Canada could prioritize investments in domestic defense industries and collaborate more closely with neighboring countries, such as the United Kingdom and Australia. Pause ones. This approach would emphasize sovereignty and regional stability, potentially reducing dependence on any single foreign supplier. Pause ones. Yet, it might limit access to cutting-edge technologies and require substantial initial investments to build up domestic capabilities. Lastly, Canada could pursue a more restrained defense posture, focusing on peacekeeping, humanitarian missions, and non-combat roles within international coalitions. Pause ones. This scenario would align with Canada's historical identity as a peacekeeping nation, emphasizing diplomacy and soft power. Pause ones. However, it might leave the country vulnerable to emerging threats and reduce its influence within NATO and other security alliances. Each of these scenarios presents a unique vision for Canada's future, reflecting different priorities and values. Pause ones. The choice will ultimately depend on a careful assessment of strategic needs, fiscal realities, and public sentiment. Pause ones. As Canada charts its course, it must remain adaptable, prepared to respond to an evolving global landscape while staying true to its principles and commitments. In summary, the future of Canada's defense strategy and international relations is not set in stone. Pause ones. It will be shaped by the decisions made today, informed by a complex interplay of national interests, global dynamics, and the voices of the Canadian people. Pause ones. Through thoughtful deliberation and inclusive dialogue, Canada can forge a path that ensures security, prosperity, and a respected place on the world stage. Pause twos.